let's step back from vinyl for a moment. And I know the vinyl community does go into the area of compact discs for a while because those of us of a certain age, and you youngsters, we jumped on the CD bandwagon. Now, some of you grew up with compact discs and then got excited about the cheapness of vinyl for a while, and then the tactile beauty of the cover and the sound and all the other doodah. But those of us of a certain age have a love-hate relationship with compact discs. Probably more of a love for a while, a 15-year love affair, and then we dumped them like that. Some of us didn't. Again, those of us of a certain age, 1986-ish, started buying CDs. I got my first CD player in 1986, an NAD, a NAD. I went a little high end and it was not cheap. I bought it on a Friday. The following Monday, my apartment in San Francisco was burglarized. I had 5 CDs that I just bought at Tower Records that weekend, and they stole my entire stereo system, my original JBL L100s with the beautiful orange grills, very much like this. These are a refurbished pair with blue grills. There's a new, better version out now, but mine are vintage, refurbished, which I've shown in several videos. But so a lot of us started buying CDs. The better sound, the better, it all comes down to good mastering. There's shitty CDs and there's amazing sounding CDs. One thing I do like about the age of compact discs are box sets and the plethora of additional tracks and extra things that came out, bonus tracks. Now, maybe a purist or minimalist will say, I just want the original Revolver, or I want just the original Kinks, Village Green Preservation Society. The old tracks, there was a reason those other tracks were left behind, But, I get it. I get both. But so those of us of a certain age, in the early 90s, maybe to mid 90s, started selling off a record collection. Luckily, I only sold off about a third of my collection at the time. Since I had worked in the record business, I was on mailing lists and got a lot of free records, as well as bought records since I was a kid. I think I had 6,000 or 7,000 records at the time, and I got rid of about 2,500. Of course, I got rid of the wrong 2,500 in some cases, because I got rid of the best records by the band or the best records by any particular artist, thinking that I would get them on CD and they would be better. Of course, and for the last 15 years or so, I've been buying most of them back, but I did keep a lot of the good ones too. So anyway, let's quickly go through my Beatle. Talk about Freudian slip, so much Beatles here. My main CD wall that I built in my house when I moved here to Seattle from San Francisco 6 years ago. In the meantime, in the background, I'm playing Kundan, beautiful soundtrack by Philip Glass, a minimalist, to a movie a lot of people don't know very much about. It was directed by Martin Scorsese. They don't know it very much about Martin Scorsese, and it's a pretty cool movie that, well, I won't get into the thing about the movie of the Dalai Lama, but gorgeous soundtrack. Anything Philip Glass is right by me. So without further ado, let's just kind of go through the collection. Okay, we start with, let's see, ABBA Gold, ABBA Oro, which is, it's the first CD here. Of course, I'm not going to list every single one, and this is ABBA singing in Spanish. And it goes through ABBA and groups like, let's see, there's Herb Alpert, there's the Allman Brothers, American Music Club, Tori Amos. Yeah, I like Tori Amos. Okay, sue me. Laurie Anderson. We got a lot of Fiona Apple, Art of Noise. I'm just throwing off some of them. The Association, B-52s and Badfinger, The Band, The Beach Boys, Mono and Stereo, some great stuff. Now my Beatles music is not here. That's in a separate section, and I'm not doing that right now. all the Beck stuff. Beck, Bee Gees, Bee Gees, Bee Gees. I need a steady cam here. I need to jump up on these ledges here. Chuck Berry, here we go, it's better. Chuck Berry, Elvin Bishop, Big Star, Frank Black, the Black Keys, a bunch of Norman Blake, some great Norman Blake. I know a great guitar player, Blind Boys of Alabama, some Blind Faith, some Blind Melon, a lot of Blind, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Luca Bloom, great Irish folk, and the brother of Christy Moore. We got Mark Bolan, T-Rex. Now, do you put Mark Bolan or T-Rex under Mark Bolan, Bon Iver? You got David Bowie, of course, up here, box sets, George Harrison, Yoko Ono, John Lennon, Roxy Music, and David Bowie. So you got Billy Bragg, Walter Brennan. Remember the Real McCoys? This is actually a cool record, Old Shep. Cool CD. Old Shep. Great box, gray area or UK edition, Big Bill Broonzy, Charles Brown, the great soul jazz singer. This is great stuff. Happy Merry Christmas, baby. Should that go in the jazz section or the blues section? I got blues mixed up here. David Bromberg, Bill, the Breeders. Of course, I'm skipping some things. I'm not going to read everything off. Jeff Buckley, Tim Buckley, the Buckleys, the Buffalo Springfield, Johnny Burnett, T-Bone Burnett, Kate Bush, and of course, all my Bird CDs with extended tracks. John Cale, J.J. Cale, Calexico, I love Calexico, Bill Callahan, The Cars, Johnny Cash. There's tons of Johnny Cash. Now, I'm going out of order because I'm going to just go down here. So we're not in total alphabetical order. We're the next shelf going backwards where we got Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Enya. Yeah, fuck it, I love Enya. ELO, Electrolyte Orchestra, Mark Eitzel, solo albums, who was in American Music Club out of San Francisco, the Eels, E as in Eels, Jonathan Edwards, Dwayne Eddy, Dave Edmonds, Echo and the Bunny Man, Buddy Epson, you know Buddy Epson, the real, or the Beverly Hillbillies. Say howdy. I love that shit. Of course, the Eagles. You know, people love to hate the Eagles. They made fucking great records. Bob Dylan. Total Bob Dylan stuff. Nick Drake, The Doors. Donovan. If you're into CDs, these Donovan epic things with extra tracks are really good. I'm a big Donovan fan. Donovan 65. This is actually good. This is the early folk stuff. A great collection. Love that. This is good. Lonnie Donegan. Skiffle music. Beatles influenced the Beatles quite a bit. It's a great set I picked up at HMV in the UK when I was there. Great box set of Dead Can Dance, ambiance, and video stuff. Really nice. Of course, I'm a big Dr. John fan, so I got Dr. John, all that area is Dr. John. And of course, the Dillards, Dillard and Clark, Neil Diamond, Sandy Denny, Martin Denny, Exotica. These are great sets where they have all the Martin Denny stuff. So I love Bachelor Pad and Lounge and Exotica. Rocco de Luca and the Burden. That's kind of a cool indie, LA guy. The Delphonics, Delaney and Bonnie, the Delights, Jimmy Dean's greatest hits, Ray Davies, of course, from the Doors. From the Kinks. Bobby Darin. This is a cool set, box set. Bobby Darin, the collection. Got a promo of that from Rhino years ago. Danger Mouse. This is cool. This is the Gray album, Gray Market Figures record. And what it does, it combines the White Album, the Beatles' White Album, with Jay-Z's Black Album as a mashup. Pretty cool. Dick Dale, The Circle, The Cure, Julie Cruz, you know, from Twin Peaks. We got Crowded House. Never hear a lot about Crowded House here, but they made great records. Great band. Sort of a birth out of the whole Split Ends thing with the Finn brothers. Carly Beatles, Nash, the solo stuff, the group stuff, Creedence, Cream, Crash Test Dummies. God, you never heard about Crash Test Dummies. I love Crash Test Dummies, and I have, 4 of their CDs. Cranberries, Cracker, yeah, Cowboy Junkies, Country Joe and the Fish, Elvis Costello, the Beau Brummels, Ry Cooder, great collection, little box of some of his best of the soundtrack years, which he still does. Hasn't done in a while. Leonard Cohen, so much Leonard Cohen. The Clash, Chieftains, a lot of Chieftains, Chicago. Look at Ray Charles, man. I love Ray Charles. This is stuff. This is amazing stuff. Sheila Chandra, what an amazing voice. Where is she from now? She's from England and India. This was on World Music, Peter Gabriel's label, Real World. I have 2 of her CDs. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I highly recommend these for people who like world music. Nick Cave, of course, Cat Power. Then we got the Everly Brothers. Love the Everly Brothers, Everything But the Girl. Cesaria Evora. Okay, you need this album, Cesaria Evora. Any of these records. It's such gorgeous music. It'll make you feel really good. And I have about 6, 7 of her records. John Fahey, of course. Marian Faithfull, Fairport Convention, Jose Feliciano, Brian Ferry, Fiery Furnaces. They have a new single coming out. They got back together, brothers and sister. Fleetwood Mac. Now, the best Fleetwood Mac is the early Fleetwood Mac, in my opinion, with Peter Green, but probably their best album, Let's Play On. Of course, I like the Lindsey Buckingham stuff, and you can't deny Rumors, but I still go for the early and mid period over that. Flamin' Groovies, that's the Sire years. This has the 3 great Sire albums by Flamin' Groovies. This is after Roy Loney left the band, way after, when they were re-signed in the 70s to Sire Records. Folksman, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Aretha Franklin, Kites Are Fun by Free Design, Leonard Cohen. Oh, that just doesn't fit up above there. Peter Gabriel, Serge Gainsbourg. These box sets that have the entire album are pretty cool. Look at all these Serge Gainsbourg records. Jerry Garcia. Of course, we're going to get into Art Garfunkel and Genesis. And Are You Tired Yet? Grateful Dead. Okay, Grateful Dead. I'm not showing all the Grateful Dead. You've heard the Grateful Dead. Woody Guthrie. God, the great Woody Guthrie. Merle Haggard. Look at all this Merle Haggard. Pete Ham solo demo stuff. Of course, from Badfinger. Tim Hardin, great folk singer. John Wesley Harding, English folk singer who took the name. John Wesley Harding. I think they called him Wes, is his nickname. Francois Hardy. I'm a Yeye Girl person, so the great Francois Hardy. Yeye Girl, ingenue, French, Euro singer. Harper's Bazaar. Emmylou Harris. We love Emmylou Harris. I love Emmylou Harris. PJ Harvey. Love her. PJ Harvey. Isaac Hayes. Jimi Hendrix. Keep going, Maslov. Oh, man. Dan Hicks. Robert Hitchcock. Jolie Holland. Buddy Holly. Mary Hopkins. Ian and Sylvia. Incredible String Band. Chris Isaac. I'm just skipping things. Mahalia Jackson. I love gospel music. You're gonna get tired of my voice pretty soon. Elmore James, blues. Etta James, the James, Tommy James, a lot of James, the group James, Bert Jans, Japan, love Japan. I want to do a feature on Japan and what's his name? David Sylvian, Jayhawks, love Jayhawks. Of course, Jefferson Airplane. I'm always promoting. Oh my God, Christy Moore and Van Morrison, Irish, Monty Python, The Monkees, Moby Grape, anything Moby Grape, Joni Mitchell, a lot of Joni Mitchell, the Chad Mitchell Trio, my God, folk singing, Steve Miller Band, The Millennium, Midnight Oil, the best of Melanie, Meatloaf again, Mike McGear, brother Paul McCartney. These are cool. Roger McGuinn. These are the Folk Den sessions where Roger McGuinn of the Byrds did these. You could buy them directly from him years ago, and they're him doing a lot of standard folk songs, acoustic alone. Splendid series. If you like folk and you like Roger McGuinn of the Byrds, love those. I ordered them directly from his site years ago, probably 20 years ago now, maybe more. Kate and Anna McGarrigle, sisters. MC Honky. This is a cool record. MC Honky. This is basically E from the Eels, and this is I Am the Messiah. Find this record. I bet you you'll love it. In fact, I'm going to do a shout out here to Digital Gramophone. You should find this record. I don't know if it's in print. It's kind of a rap record by E of the Eels. Really good. Of course, Mazzy Star. She stole her name from me. I was a Mazzy back in junior high school. My nickname because of my last name. John Mayall, Dave Mason, John Martin. Now, John Martin, everyone knows Solid Air. That's a great, great record. I challenge everyone to get, which one is it? This one, John Martin. This is an import. I don't think it came out domestically. I could be wrong. The Church with One Bell. Now, it was the label. I remember the label. What label is this? Interscope Records, is it? I can't remember now. They bought John Martin a church and traded to do this album, and it's covers, but it's so fucking sexy. This is a gorgeous, slow, moody, well-recorded record. Does an amazing version of God's Song, which is, I think that's the Randy Newman song, but he does Strange Fruit, which is really appropriate now. I mean, a white guy singing Strange Fruit, but his version of Strange Fruit is so intense, so sexy. But Small Town Talk, another cover. Anyway, I suggest this record heavily. John Martin, The Church with One Bell. I call this Dean Martin. My buddy Vernon worked for Koch Distributors, so I'd get all these double CDs of Dean Martin records, his country stuff, his Italian stuff, his Spanish type, his cowboy stuff. Dean Martin is a favorite of mine, and this is the entire Collector's Choice series they were distributing. So I got all this free. Bob Marley, Ziggy Marley, Amy Mann, love Amy Mann, Magic Blue, Magic Sam, of course, 69, Magnetic Fields. Now, one I don't see a lot here, so I don't think it's on vinyl, but a Distortion by the Magnetic Fields. Incredible record. You need that record. I don't know if it's on vinyl. Madonna, hey, I like Madonna. She's fine. Christine McCall, Loretta Lynn, Nick Lowe, Love and Spoonful. A lot of Lyle Lovett. Look at all that Lyle Lovett. G. Levin, Special Sauce. Los Lobos, quick, let's go faster, Norman. Julie London, the fabulous Julie London, the fabulous Nils Lofgren, Little Feat. We got Led Zeppelin, we got Katie Lang, we got Chris Christopherson. I mean, you can stop and freeze and see it yourself. All this kink stuff, extra tracks, kinks things, that's a cool selection. This came out last year. King Crimson, Diary 2014-18, B.B. King. Kentucky Colonels, that's with, what's his name? Clarence White, who later joined the Byrds. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. This is kind of a cool final studio recordings, nice box set. Love Ricky Lee Jones, obviously Janis Joplin, Robert Johnson, Elton John, Jethro Tull, Jellyfish. Jellyfish is cool. Okay, Van Morrison, already talked about him a little bit. Morrissey, The Move, love The Move. This album, get that album. Buy that album if you don't have it. Shazam by The Move. Pre-ELO. Actually, Jeff Lynne, I don't think was on this one, no. But that's a great album. I like anything Move. Maria Muldaur, Mudcrutch, obviously. Tom Petty's early band, Reformed. Graham Nash. Yasu Nador, that's really a cool record. Fred Neil, folk stuff is cool. Ricky Nelson, Ricky Nelson, an amazing artist. I don't care what you say about Ozzie and Harriet. You need Ricky Nelson in your collection. Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Randy Newman, Joanna Newsom, love. Joanna Newsom, especially this album, YS, however you pronounce it. Great stuff. This Van Dyke Parks did the orchestration on that. Nielsen, one of my top artists, Harry Nielsen, Nirvana, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Oasis, Sinead O'Connor. Love Sinead O'Connor. A lot of people hate her for ripping up the Pope. I say, hey, there's politics involved, fuck them, if they can't take it. Love her. She had some problems, but every record of hers is amazing. Her Irish stuff, her collaborations, obviously Lion and the Cobra. This is a must buy. And Fire in Babylon's kind of a mix of reggae, hip-hop a little bit, but of course the Prince cover that put her over the top, which is great. Roy Orbison, this is a great live show in black and white. You should see it on DVD. Roy Orbison, Jeffrey Oriyama, love Jeffrey Oriyama. He just died a couple of years ago on, again, Real World Music, Peter Gabriel's label. Graham Parker, Graham Parsons, Graham Cracker, Dolly Parton, Trio, Dolly Parton, Graham Parsons, more Graham Parsons. Fuzzy Warble series. Now this is a cool series. This is Andy Partridge from XTC. This is a series he used to sell directly from his site. And these are demos and works in progress, things he did for XTC and solo, and pitches for anime. 8 volumes by Andy Partridge. Really cool stuff. One of the best guitar players ever, Les Paul. If you need some Les Paul in your collection, Tom Paxson. Pearls Before Swine. Tom Rapp just died a few years ago. Love Pearls Before Swine. Dirgy, folky, originally on the ESP label and went on to Warner Brothers. Michael Penn, brother of Sean Penn and Chris Penn, the late Chris Penn. This one, the first one with Romeo and Black Jeans, whatever that song's called. Great record. He is, I think, still married to Amy Mann, but great records. Very Beatlesque recorded. Pentangle, we know. Peter and Gordon, Tom Petty, Pink Floyd. I'm going to go fast. Okay, the only reason I have this Fish album, I'm not a Fish fan. I'm not really a fan of that. But they did these New York complete records. This is a complete Fish doing the White Album, the Beatles White Album, including Revolution #9. Pink Floyd, Poco. Okay, I'm getting tired here. The Police, Portishead, Elvis Presley, Pretenders, Pretty Things, Pride and Joy, My Buddy's Band, Louis Prima, Keely Smith, great stuff out of Vegas, really great. Prince, Proclaimers, John Prine. We like John Prine. Bunch of John Prine. Procol Harum, one of my favorite bands. Queen. Radiohead, Quicksilver Messenger Service. Ema Sumac. Oh my God, how many? She's like 18 octaves. You need some Ema Sumac in your collection. Ema Sumac, Super Furry Animals. The Sundays. Oh, I love Super Furry Animals. See, I just love music. I'm obsessed. I'm not a minimalist. Stephen Stills, Sufjan Stevens, Cat Stevens, Steely Dan, or Alexander Spence, Skip Spence from Moby. Great, bizarre album, but beautiful record. Squeeze, Squirrel Nut Zippers, haven't listened to them in years. Bruce Springsteen, I know, Springsteen. Dusty Springfield, Mono, all mono, the Phil Spector box set. Southside Johnny, Sonic Youth, Sons of the Pioneers, Sun Volt, Soul-X, okay, Smog, Golden Smog, Smith, Patti Smith, Elliott Smith, a lot of Smith, Smashing Pumpkins, Small Faces, Sly and the Family Stone, Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon, Alan Sherman, Hello Mudda, Hello Fada, Here I Am at Camp Granada. Okay, oh God, I'm getting so tired. Peter Sellers, the great Peter Sellers. The great Peter Sellers. Comedian, actor, part of the Goon Show. The Seeds, Seed Train. Boz Scaggs, love Boz Scaggs. Santana, Sade. Yeah, hold it together, Mazzy. Come on, we can make it. You can make it. This is like the marathon. Dodd Rundgren, Linda Ronstadt, Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones. Look at all the Rolling Stones. Roy Rogers, yeah, and Dale Evans. Great. I love cowboy music. Marty Robbins, more cowboy music. You can't have enough Marty Robbins. Charlie Rich, REM, Paul Revere Raiders, REM special edition box of Automatic for the People. Lou Reed. Love when the CD era, they used to put out these special editions of certain boxes like Time Out of Mind, REM, Otis Redding, Leon Redbone, Red House Painters, The Young Rascals, The Rascals. Do you put them under Young or do you put them under Rascals? Okay, we got a lot of David Sylvian, Matthew Sweet, The Supremes, Julie Tabor, great English-Irish singer. Taj Mahal, Talking Heads. This is a cool Talking Heads package. 10cc, I'm a big 10cc fan. 10,000 Maniacs, 10 Years After, a lot of 10s. Them, They Might Be Giants. Oh, Richard Thompson. My son used to love They Might Be Giants. He still does. So we used to play those in the car all the time. I took my son to see him at the Fillmore. Of course, the Traveling Wilburys. Three Mustafas, Three, Teddy Thompson, Richard Thompson. Teddy Thompson is the son of Richard and Linda Thompson. Tanika Tikaram. I don't see her a lot around here, although this record is incredible. Love this, Twisted My Sobriety. It was the MTV hit. Beautiful voice. I have like 4 of her records, or 5. Wow. Ali Farka Touré, beautiful African music, guitar player, Tower of Power. Pete Townsend, my nemesis, my arch nemesis. You know, there's a Pete Townsend record. Of course, I think this is his best solo record, and it's better than some Who records, actually. But I really like this record. This doesn't get a lot of play around here, but The Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes. Probably not politically correct right now, but it's a great record. And of course, the one he did with Ronnie Lane actually is so good. Plus the Scoop, all those outtake records, you know, Scoops, the outtakes. Pete Townsend, Uncle. This is cool stuff. Never, Never, Never. Traffic. I love Traffic. Translator. Tragically Hip. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Someone just asked me. I have 3 Tragically Hip CDs. They're from Canada. One of the most popular bands in Canada, and the lead singer died several years ago, unfortunately, of brain cancer. Chiwarka, not really a supergroup, a project with Peter Buck, Justin Harwood, and Barrett Martin. The Turtles, U2. Who listens to U2 anymore? I'm kidding. Vanilla Fudge. This is a Rhino thing, Box of Fudge. Love that name. This is a Rhino handmade series, a Box of Fudge. Cool stuff. You know, how can you not like some Vanilla Fudge in your collection? Suzanne Vega. Love Suzanne Vega. This is a great Suzanne Vega record. Really good. Of its time, late 80s, I believe. But Solitude Standing. This is a great record. And her first record is just really gorgeous. This one. Now, you guys know, I love this record a lot. You know her from My Name is Luca, I Live on the Second Floor, kind of a Velvet Underground, the complete Matrix tapes. I skipped the vinyl for this, but this is kind of a really cool record. Bears, the full Bear, Doc and Merle Watson collection of the Owsley Stanley Foundation, who was the Grateful Dead's sound engineer and supplier of the best LSD imaginable. And board tapes, Boarding House in 1974. He played a week there, I believe. I went to one of these shows. It was Doc and Merle Watson. Beautiful bluegrass stuff. Really great record. Tom Verlaine from television, Violent Femmes, Loudon Wainwright, Rufus Wainwright, Martha Wainwright, Genevieve Waits, Tom Waits for no one. Tom Waits, T-Bone Burnett, The War. Muddy Waters, come on, Gillian Welch. We love you, Gillian Welch. Barry White, Jim White is great stuff. On Luca Bop, kind of a psychedelic cowboy country guy. There's actually a cool documentary on him. But Jim White, you should check out Jim White's CDs. One is on, I think this one, there was a reissue on vinyl, which I have. That's it. Obviously, The Who. We got Wilco, we got Hank Williams, we got Lucinda Williams. We got Brian Wilson, we got Dennis Wilson, we got Stevie Winwood, we got Stevie Wonder, we got World Party, the great World Party, come on. I want a box set of World Party on vinyl. We got X, we got XTC, we got all the XTC masters, we got, oh my God, we got Bruce Springsteen again. Yardbirds, Yellow, yes, Yola Tango, Neil Young, too much fucking Neil Young. He puts out too many records, the Youngbloods. Great Youngbloods, Young Marble Giants. I always recommend this. This is a Colossal Youth, their only record, expanded edition. You need this record if you like post-punk minimalist music. Dirgy, very minimal, really nice, Neil Young. And we got Frank Zappa, Warren Zevon, one of my favorites. Warren Zevon, and the Zombies. And ending with this is actually a cool collection. Doughboys, Playboys, and Cowboys. It's was it 4 CD set on cowboy music. I'm not sure why it's there, but it just maybe because it fit. So, oh my God, I'm exhausted now. I'm exhausted. Mazzy loves you. Play the music. Oh, and then there's the jazz section down there.